He cried when he talked about meeting her. Not just a few tears. Cody Brown got visibly emotional, almost trembling as he recalled the first time he saw Robyn. But you know what's strange? Those tears didn't show up when he talked about his other wives. Not when he divorced Meri. Not when Christine packed up her life and walked away. And certainly not when Janelle told him he hadn't spoken to their daughter Savannah in 6 weeks. 6 weeks. Not a call, not a text, not even a Merry Christmas, but somehow. Robyn brings him to tears. Hi, friends, I'm Olivia, and welcome back to TLC's Sister Wives Secret, your home for everything they didn't want us to see on camera. If you're someone who can't stop thinking about the chaos, the contradictions, and the quiet heartbreak happening behind those oversized couches and heavily scripted family talks, hit that subscribe button and tell me your thoughts in the comments. I read every single one. So here's the real question. Was Cody's love for Robyn ever real? Or was it just a way to protect his ego? To feel worshipped? Because when you look at the facts, when you really watch the show, it starts to feel like Robyn wasn't just his favorite wife. She was the one who played the game the best. She gave him something none of the others did. Or maybe she gave up more. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. Every tearful moment replayed in front of the cameras felt rehearsed, like he was desperate to prove something. I was just smitten, he said once, describing their first meeting, voice cracking, eyes misty. It was like he needed the world to believe this love was destiny. Soulmate level, unshakable. The one that was always meant to be. But if this was real love, why did it always come with a comparison? Why did loving Robyn mean erasing what he once said about Christine or Meri? Let's not forget Cody once told Meri, his first wife, that he no longer had romantic feelings for her on national television. He said, "I feel like what we had is gone. There's nothing there anymore." And then later, he admitted to Christine, "I was trying to affirm that I loved you, but it just wasn't like it was with Robyn." Can you imagine hearing that? After decades of marriage? After raising children and building a life? He didn't just fall in love with Robyn. He used that love as a weapon. A way to separate himself from his past choices. A way to make those other relationships feel replaceable. So, was Robyn really his soulmate? Or was she just the only one who reflected his fantasy back to him? The only one who treated him like the center of the universe? Because when you strip away the tears and declarations, what's left is a man who didn't fight for Meri, who dismissed Christine, and who neglected Janelle's children. But somehow, he still claims he found the one. What he found might not have been love. It might have just been someone willing to put him on a pedestal and never knock him off. Robyn didn't just marry Cody, she studied him. From the very beginning, she made it clear she understood him in a way the others didn't. "I speak Cody," she said once, casually, almost like a joke. But it wasn't a joke. It was a warning. Because that one sentence revealed everything. She wasn't just learning his moods, she was protecting his identity, shielding his ego. While Christine pushed back, while Janelle set boundaries, and Meri quietly waited for scraps of affection, Robyn offered something different. Blind admiration. No questions, no resistance. Just a steady stream of emotional comfort and validation. You could see it in the way she looked at him during group conversations. The way she always nodded along when he spoke. The way she inserted herself just enough to defend him, but never so much that it looked confrontational. She mastered the role of supportive wife, not by challenging him, but by disappearing into his needs. Even in the smallest moments, her power showed. Like when Meri was visibly upset over not getting the couch she picked, Robyn stepped in, not to defend Meri, but to explain away the decision. "She still has furniture from her grandmother," she said with a smile, shifting blame without ever sounding harsh. Passive-aggressive? Maybe. Effective? Absolutely. Take Savannah. Janelle told him, on camera, that he hadn't spoken to their daughter in 6 weeks. 6 weeks. Not a single call, not even a text. He missed Christmas with her, and when confronted, he just sat there, silent. No emotion, no apology. Just that blank stare we've all come to recognize like he genuinely couldn't understand why it mattered. And truly, remember when Cody admitted he drove Solomon and Ariella, Robyn's kids, to school every morning, passing by Christine's house, without even thinking to offer truly a ride? She was just a little girl, practically the same age. But to him, she was invisible. This wasn't just bad parenting, it was erasure. And it started long before the kids noticed. The wives felt it too. Meri's infamous couch moment still stings. She had picked something she loved, something with real meaning. But Cody called it grandma, mocked it, and forced her into choosing something gaudy that he liked better. The couch was never the issue. It was what it represented. Her voice being ignored, her preferences discarded. And when she spoke up about it, who stepped in to explain it all away? Robyn. Not in defense of Meri, but in defense of Cody. Then there was Christine. Her exit wasn't just about plural marriage, it was about being emotionally abandoned. The moment she said Cody no longer wanted an intimate marriage with her, he didn't fight for her. He didn't try to heal anything, he just accepted it. Cold, detached, and Christine walked away not just from a marriage, but from years of being last on the list. That's what Cody left behind. Wives and children who were never really seen. Now let's get into the money. Because in the sister wives world, it's not just emotions that get messy, it's dollars and cents too. And Cody's financial decisions reveal a lot about who really holds power in this family. Remember my sister wife's closet? That boutique Robyn launched with the family's help? It was supposed to be a shared venture, everyone pitching in, everyone benefiting. But here's the kicker. Despite all the effort from the other wives, none of them saw real profit from it. The losses piled up, and the money kept flowing in, mostly from the combined family funds. Meanwhile, Robyn's the one who got to call the shots and stay in control. The rest were left with empty pockets and bruised egos. Then there's Janelle. She's one of the few wives with real financial independence, thanks to Plexus. She brought her own income into the mix. But how did Cody respond? Instead of celebrating her success, he tried to squeeze her, to make her share her profits with the family, while he and Robyn kept their own earnings close to the chest. It was classic double standards right in front of us, and that hypocrisy didn't stop there. When homes went up for sale, Cody's control took on another form. He dictated the prices, decided who got what, and made sure his favorites, mainly Robyn and her kids, always came out on top. The others, they were just expected to comply. It's not just about money, it's about control disguised as fairness. Cody says, share. But he really means, you give up, and I keep what I want. And Robyn? She's right there beside him, reinforcing the rules, making sure nothing changes. Financial imbalance in this family isn't a coincidence. It's part of the plan. And it's another way Cody keeps everyone else, wives and kids alike, on the sidelines. So here's the big question. Are Cody and Robyn really happy together? Or is this just a carefully constructed illusion holding up a marriage that's really about convenience and control? If you watch closely, the cracks start to show. After Christine, Janelle, and Meri stepped back or pulled away, the couple lost the very people they'd used as scapegoats, the ones who absorbed the blame, the tension, the drama. Suddenly, it's just Cody and Robyn facing each other, and that spotlight can be brutal. There are moments on the show where Robyn looks completely drained, like she's carrying more than her share of the weight. Remember those scenes where she's quiet, almost resigned? And Cody, his usual grand gestures give way to visible agitation, frustration bubbling under the surface. It's not the picture-perfect love story they try to sell us. Their personalities are a perfect storm of narcissism, but in different flavors. Cody's the loud, grandiose type, craving admiration and control in full view. Robyn plays it cooler, the covert narcissist, wielding power through loyalty and subtle manipulation. At first, they seemed like a perfect match, each feeding the other's ego. But over time, those similarities start to clash. When two people who both need to be the center of attention and control try to share a stage, tension is inevitable. The smiles and affectionate words sometimes feel forced, more about maintaining a facade than genuine connection. It's almost like their marriage isn't built on love, but on fear. Fear of losing what little stability they have left, and fear of the chaos that might come if the act falls apart. Are they really a happy couple? Or just two narcissists trapped in a cycle neither can escape? If you've been watching closely, it feels like the Robyn and Cody bubble is on the edge of bursting. That fragile balance they've held together is showing signs of serious emotional wear and tear. It's hard to imagine this going on much longer without some kind of collapse, whether that's a quiet unraveling or a dramatic explosion. But here's the thing, even if the love isn't there, they might stay together. Not because they want to, but because it's easier than facing the unknown. Fear plays a huge role. Fear of losing comfort, fear of public exposure, fear of what life looks like without the other. It's like they're stuck in this cycle where staying together keeps the image alive, even if the reality is breaking down. And while we watch their story unfold, it's worth pausing to ask, who really gets left behind in all this? The kids who get overlooked? The wives who are pushed to the edges? The people sacrificed on the altar of Cody's need for admiration? This quest for validation isn't just hurting him and Robyn, it's tearing the family apart piece by piece. So, what do you think? Is this relationship a real partnership or just a performance that's running on fumes? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear what you believe about this fragile, complicated dynamic. Don't forget to subscribe to TLC's Sister Wives Secret so we can keep uncovering the truths behind these tangled relationships.